Hello guys, welcome to this course on Cloudera Data Platform. My name is Sijesh, and this video we will see how to deploy virtual machine in Azure for installing Cloudera Data Platform. This video we are trying to do a custom repository based Cloudera Manager installation, and again we are doing a POC or trial installation method. So first up, log into the portal. Okay, so here I'm using Azure as my cloud provider, and you can choose any cloud or virtual machine based or VMware or any virtualization based operating system. So once prompted, so type the credential. So if you already have an account, use that. Otherwise you can sign up for a new account. Initially you will get some free credit. So you can use either Amazon Web Service, Azure Cloud, Google Cloud, DigitalOcean, or any cloud you have access. So here I'm using Azure to deploy my virtual machines. So first step, I just need to create a resource group. So add a new resource group and name as CDP demo. Okay, and choose the location which is nearby your area. So you can choose any data center. I'm using Southeast Asia, right? And review and create. This will create the resource group. So we will be placing all our resources into this resource group, and we have the resource group deployed here. And first step, I'm going to create a virtual machine for my master. So use that and go to the compute, click this virtual machine, and you can choose the subscription and the resource group. If you have multiple subscription, choose appropriate subscription, and resource group you can use the existing one which already created, or create a new resource group. And again, the virtual machine name I'm writing here as master01, and the region I can choose Southeast Asia or South India, whatever the location near to your area. And I'm not using the availability option at this time, so I'm not concerned about the availability or security at this time. And operating system, I just need a CentOS image. So you can search here the image, whatever the image, and I'm just searching one image from OpenLogic, so which I tested earlier. So that is the reason. You can choose any CentOS image. CentOS 7.5. Okay, I am using this one, right? And there are two ways to connect. One is SSH key, the second is the password based. So SSH key based one is more secure, but for the time being I'm choosing the password based one. And choose the name, whatever the username you can choose. So choose the password, right? So once type the password and whatever the ports you want to open. So initially I'm just opening SSH only. Later if we need, we can open the appropriate port. Then review before that, just to check the disk. So you can choose either premium or standard hard disk. So the standard hard disk will be cheaper, and encryption and other thing I'm not using. And also additional disk, if you need, you can choose additional data disk. And networking part, so you need to have a virtual network and subnet. All your virtual machines for the cluster should be able to connect to each other. So I'm choosing a single virtual network and subnet for all my virtual machine which I'm going to deploy. So for this time there is no virtual VNet or subnet created. So I'm going to create those virtual network as part of this installation. So you can see new, or else if you have some existing one, you can choose from the drop down. So I don't have any virtual network or subnet available, so I'm going to create this. And I'm assigning public IP for each virtual machine. So this is for me to easily connect this virtual machine and do the configuration. So all other thing I'm leaving as default. Then management part, I don't need the boot diagnostic enable. I'm just disabling. Remaining everything is turned off. So again, later if you need all those things, you can turn it on. But for our testing and demonstration purpose, we don't need this feature. And go to the advanced tab. Here we have extension and custom data option. So I am not doing anything here. Next tag, you can add appropriate tag to identify your virtual machines. And then finally, we can review this. So here, if it's having some issue, so it will show that, okay. So it's saying SSH port is open to internet. Yes, this is still we need. Then go ahead and create. So this may take some time to deploy. So you can see the status here, and again so this will deploy the virtual machine and whatever the dependent resources it need. For example, it will deploy virtual machine, it will install VNet, then NSG, public IP, all those things. You can see these are deployed and virtual machine is getting deployed. And again, if this page is not automatically refreshing, you can manually do it by clicking this refresh button. Just wait some time to deploy these resources. Okay, you can see the resource deployment has completed, and you can see here, go to resource, or else whatever the resource group you created, you can go there. Okay, so go to the resource group where we have created. Inside, all the resources are there, like virtual machine, VNet, then public IP, network security group, then hard disk, etc. So click on the virtual machine, okay, and you have a public IP to connect. And again, the size I choose 2 vCore and 16 gig RAM. Since I'm installing all the master component here, so I just need a relatively higher end machine. So copy that IP address and take the putty and paste that IP here. Then yes, choose the name that we have given during the deployment. In my case, it's a VM admin, and once prompted, type the credential. So if you choose the key-based authentication, you may have to use that private key to authenticate. So here I am able to connect this virtual machine, and for better visibility, we can change or increase the font size and change the color. Okay, so now this feels better. And this user, we should be able to switch to root user by using this sudo su option. Then choose a password. Right, we are able to log in as root user. So similar way, we need to deploy 2 or 3 more virtual machine. So for our data node and other services. And we will be installing Cloudera Manager on this host, also configuring our local repository here. And for worker node, I'm not using, I'm using relatively lower end machine, like a 2 core and 8 gig RAM, something like that. Okay, so we may need to repeat the same process, but there are other ways to do that in a quicker way, like automated way using PowerShell, or some other options are also there, but this is the easiest way, but it takes some time if you deploy from this graphical console. I hope this is very clear. Thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next video. Bye.